Thank you everyone for joining me for Embracing Genesis. Move your vision to reality. I'm Davina L Coleman, and I'll be your presenter for the next 20 minutes. So we're going to jump right into this thing and get going. All right. So when we look at Embracing Genesis, the first thing we want to know is what exactly is Embracing Genesis, right? So why are you here? What is Embracing Genesis? Embracing Genesis is your willingness to embrace a new beginning for your life. It is to embrace your Genesis. You cannot fear your call to destiny whatsoever because we're moving into a new direction. So if you have a fear to embrace your call to destiny, we will never make our visions move to reality. When we are embracing our Genesis, we got to be in the headspace that says we are bigger than our circumstances. We are bigger than what's going on in life right now. We are bigger with us not having the finances or the resources are needed. We are bigger than that. And so before I even move forward, I need to know, are you in the right place? Right? Are you in the right place? Because this might not be for you. So I'm going to tell you if this is for you. Y'all ready? Lean a little bit closer. Let me tell you. You ready? You know that you are in the right place if you are ready to move towards your Genesis, your new beginning. You know you are in the right place if you are tired of traveling the familiar road of starting a vision and never finishing. You know that you are in the right place when you are tired of the disappointment of never putting yourself first. You are tired of being afraid of failing. You are tired of spending more time listening to stuff out than acting out on what you really know that you're capable of doing. You know you are in the right place when your inner voice is calling you to do something greater, but you are not sure how to answer that call. If any of that spoke to you, then you are definitely in the right place with the right presenter. So how do you know that you're in the right place with the right presenter? Well, first, who is Davina L Coleman? Because you got to know, I need you to connect with me so that we can move our visions to reality, so we can go on this journey of embracing our Genesis. I am a best-selling author of Embracing Genesis. I'm a global keynote speaker, master life coach. I have dubbed myself as the vision midwife. Yes, the vision midwife. I am the birther of the barren visions. That is what I am called to do. That is my assignment upon this earth. I am a school leader of a pre-K through 8 Title I school in South Carolina. So being a lot of kids. And then I'm also a youth pastor. So I'm in ministry in the 4 walls of the school as well as outside of the 4 walls. I'm a certified 7 Habits of Highly Effective People trainer. And so what happens is I'm getting ready to take my experience, my education knowledge, and I'm going to blend it with life. And with blending it with life, that's how we're going to get to a place of embracing our Genesis and moving our vision to reality. So what is it, right? So if I give you this number, 86,400, what does that mean? And if you're saying, girl, that's how much you got paid to do this. No, boo, I paid to do this. So no, but one day somebody's going to bring me to the stage for 86,400, speaking it and claim it. Everybody put your hand up. Help me claim it, right? So 86,400 is actually the amount of seconds that is in a day. Why is that important to you? Because that means there's 86,400 moments in every day for you to capitalize on. That means that there are 86,400 opportunities where you have the ability to create something. See, y'all, we were born to create. That's what we were birthed to do. And you hold that action to move your vision from concept to existence. But my question for you is, what are you doing with the 86,400 seconds that you are blessed with on a daily basis? Is time a liability or is it an asset for you? Because if you're going to move your visions to reality, I need time to work in your favor. I need you to be able to capitalize on it. I need for time to be an asset, not a liability. And so I'm a teacher by trade, right? I'm a beloved educator, forever teacher. So I need you to know your learning objectives for today, because there are some places that I need to take you, but you need to know where we're currently at and where we're headed, right? So this is where we're headed. By the end of this presentation, you're going to be able to embrace your vision. I want you to identify your visions from your daydreams. I want you to embrace prioritizing. I need you to assess your key roles implement the power of no, and know the importance of having an accountability partner. And then we're going to wrap up by embracing planning. I need you to identify your planning style and categorize how you manage your time. And then we're going to grow in our network and knowledge, and we're going to move on. So let's start embracing visions. There's a quote, and it says, if you're working on something exciting that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed because the vision is going to pull you. Right? So you know that you're operating your true visions because they're pulling you in the midnight hour. It's pulling you when you wake up. It's pulling you when you go to work. Every second that you think about it, that vision is pulling you. So in order to embrace our visions, we first got to know, well, what is a vision? I'm so glad you asked. So let me tell you, because a lot of people get stuck with vision being what we see, right? You go to sleep at night and you see it, you dream. You wake up in the morning and you move upon this earth and you have open visions. But vision is not just based upon sight. It's also based upon what you hear. Your visions is also what you hear, because some people don't see it, but they will hear their instructions. So that's also your vision as well. See, visions first start in our imagination, then with work, we make them real. You must have the belief that what you see and the action behind the belief in order to make it happen. So you can't just believe that your visions are going to happen. You got to put action to it. And if you don't put no action to it, then baby, your visions are not going anywhere, because you got to know where you are in order to figure out where you're headed. And if you don't have any action behind your vision, it's a quote that I love to say. And it says, if you fail to believe in what you see, then you will fail to produce what you imagine. I'm going to repeat that because that was good. Write this one down. If you fail to believe in what you see, then you will fail to produce what you imagine. If you don't believe in your visions, you will never, ever put action to it. And if you don't put action to it, it will never produce to the level that you have seen in your mind. I need you to get that. I need you to embrace your why for your visions, because when you embrace your why, it gives you a compelling reason to move forward. When you don't feel like going forward, you don't feel like moving, you remember the vision, it will pull you. Your why is what is going to pull you. And you have to know, what are the consequences of not turning your vision to reality? If you don't go after it, what will be its impact on your life? See, why is the predecessor to your purpose. And a lot of times we're struggling to figure out our purpose, or we're struggling to figure out our purpose because we don't know our why. So I need you to figure out your why as we're embracing our visions. And as you embrace your visions, there's something else that I need you to know. What I need you to know is that you do not need a co-signer for your vision. You don't need somebody else to tell you yes. I need you to get this in your spirit. We already have our own vision killer on the inside of us. It's called our inner critic. And I need you to be quicker than your inner critic. Your actions must be quicker than your inner critic. I don't need anybody else to co-sign for me. I need to believe this thing and get it within and believe it with myself so my visions can become a reality. If you don't chase after your visions, get this in your, what is the consequences? I said it earlier. What's going to be the consequences of you not chasing after your visions? You got to know what's the impact it's going to be on your life. See, visions is everything that you control, but your daydream is things that you have limited control over. Let me give you an example of a daydream. And this is really going to hit hard for the women. You know, as women, we say, by the age of 30, I want to be married and I want to have kids and be in this house with this picket fence. And then you wake up 36, you don't got no man and you don't got no kids either. And so because your daydream can become a reality, you believe that none of your visions are going to happen too. But no, see, what happens is your daydream, you have limited control over, just like promotion. Promotion is real good, but you can't control if man is going to say yes and move you to another level in your promotion. You can't control that. But what you can control is your ability to do professional development, to learn, to get your degrees, to work hard, come to work on time. You possess the ability to work on your positioning for promotion. And see, that part of promotion is the vision. And if you don't get promoted, I don't need you to feel like none of your business is going to happen, because you don't have complete control over that. That's a daydream. And what happens is daydreams are a killer of our vision. See, when daydreams do not become a reality, you are tricked into believing that other things that we aspire to do in life, that it won't happen either. Do not let your visions become victim to your daydreams. So I need you to identify your daydreams from your true visions. And next, we're going to embrace prioritizing. Embracing prioritizing, there's a quote that says, things which matter most must never be at the mercy of things that matter the least. See, when you truly embrace prioritizing, you keep the main thing. And your main thing are the key roles that you play in your life. See, each role that you have comes with its own set of responsibilities. And here's one thing that I know about responsibilities. Each of those responsibilities naturally have competing priorities. And so in order for you to embrace prioritizing, you have to get to this place that you find balance. You say, well, how can I find balance, Davina? You find balance by planning. You plan out those things that's important to your life. What are they? Your overall health, emotional, spiritual, mental, and physical. It's the roles that you play, and it's the vision that you have. Every week, you intentionally put focus in your overall health, invest in quality time in the roles that you play, and invest in quality time in your vision. You will never embrace your genesis. You will never move your vision to reality by not investing quality time. And see, in order to invest quality time, you got to implement something I call the power of no. And I need you to be like Auntie Maxine Waters, and you need to get in your spirit, reclaiming my time, right? Reclaiming my time, because when you're on my time, I can reclaim it. But you cannot reclaim your time if you don't know the power of no. So when we have the power of no, we have the ability to stay true to the decisions that we make. And see, you don't need an explanation. Sometimes, think about this. You ever explain to people why you say yes? So why is it that we explain to people why we say no? Your no does not need an explanation. And you saying no does not mean that you're selfish. It does not mean that you're mean. You're not being rude. But what you're saying is, in this moment, I have decided to do something for myself. Something that's going to change and impact my life. It's going to impact my generation. And so right now, I got to focus on me. I got to be selfish in this moment. I have to tell you no, because if I don't say no, and if I don't stay true to my moment of choice, then I'm going to run the risk of sabotaging the plans that I have for my vision. So be okay with telling people no. It is all right. They will be able to pick up the pieces. But we spend so much time supporting other people's vision by always saying yes, that our visions are becoming victims to the yes of somebody else's vision. No more. That's not what we're doing. Implement the power of no. And where you implement the power of no, and where you can't implement the power of no, I need you to get an accountability partner. That is so key in your vision becoming a reality. As you embrace your genesis, your new beginning, I need you to get an accountability partner. And how do you determine that person? You determine that person because they have the ability to balance pressure with support. And see, let me talk about that pressure. So you need that pressure to get stuff done, but too much pressure will cause you to break, and you can't afford to break in this season. So you got to have somebody who can balance it with support, but they can't be too supportive, because what happens is people who are too supportive, they become a crutch, and you don't need a crutch. So you got to have somebody who got that balance. They can balance that pressure and support in your life. They got to be trustworthy to be honest with you. A good accountability partner is someone that you feel uncomfortable with being unproductive. If you feel comfortable being unproductive with your accountability partner, you don't have accountability partner. You got a friend. Find somebody else. Fire your friend and get a true accountability partner. And then I need you to create a system with them. What does that system look like? You meet weekly. And you make commitments about your goals, and you say, this is what I accomplished and this is what I didn't accomplish. And then you make new commitments for the following week, and you stay true to what you said, and you scoreboard if you need to. There's something called the 4 disciplines of execution. It's very easy. Google it. It will change your life in executing your goals, but you gotta have a system in order to move your vision to reality with your accountability partner. And then we gotta embrace our planning. That's our last phase of this presentation, embracing planning. See, most of us spend too much time on what is urgent and not enough time on what is important. And when we're doing that, we do that because we really don't know what type of planners we are. So there's 2 types of planners I want to talk about. The first one is the move, get out the way. And the other one is the slow and steady wins the race. And so you could tell by my personality, I'm more than likely to move, get out the way type of planner, right? So when you're the move, get out the way type of planner, you are a global thinker. You see the big picture. And the only actions that you know how to do is move and go. Right? Move, go, do. That's all you know. You know that there is a point A and a point B, and it's to get to it. But the issue with us is that we don't think about obstacles because we don't take time to truly plan, because our plan is just move and go. That's it. And so what happens is we run into time-wasting obstacles that we could have avoided if we planned. The slow and steady wins the race, people. See, those type of planners, they love to plan. They got a plan B for the plan A and then the plan C for the plan B. You mess around, they all the way to plan Z, right? Still planning. The issue that they have, though, is they spend so much time in planning that sometimes they never get started. And so we got to have a healthy balance. We got to be at this place where we plan, but at some point we have to put action to the plan so our vision can become a reality. And that is really, really important. It's very important for us to understand how we're spending our time. We got to spend our time in places that is not urgent, but is very important. That's the time of productivity. That's the time that we spend in daily renewals, in devotions, in exercising, in journaling. That's when we spend our time in long-term planning. We're investing in our roles. It's things that cause us to renew, as I said earlier, on a daily basis. That's where we have to spend our time. We have to spend our time in productivity. But the issue is life. Y'all, life be happening. We be caught up in this whirlwind. And the whirlwind of life is in a place of necessity. That's where time is urgent, but it's important as well. So there's a pressing deadline. There's last minute meetings that we have to get to. There's projects that we have to turn in. There's a crisis happening on the left, and there's a crisis happening on the right. None of us expected for it to happen. So in the place of being productive, you have to know that necessity, life still happens as well. And you got to plan for it. Because when life happens, you still need to be moving your vision towards reality. And we can get that done when we don't spend our time in distraction and spend our time in waste. Spend our time in binge watching or social media all single day. And now the new craze is Clubhouse, where we're not spending 24 hours on Clubhouse, right? And so we got to make sure that as we're embracing our genesis, as we're moving our vision to reality, that we're spending our time in a place of productivity, spending our time in a place where we are renewing, spending our time where we have time to just invest in our visions and we're knocking it out on a daily basis, right? It is so time for us to move our visions to reality. But remember what I said at the very beginning of this presentation. If you fail to believe in what you see, then you will fail to produce what you imagine. It is time for us to start capitalizing on the 86,400 seconds of the day that we receive. It is time for us to start moving our visions to reality. And so in order to do that, I want to connect with you and I want to offer you something very special. And so if you will go to www.embracinggenesis.com, check out the homepage. There's a special waiting for you. And there's also a free downloadable journal with your name on it. So just get to it. Make sure that when you click the journal tab, you put in the password embrace, and it's going to unlock some things in you. It's going to help you to move your vision to reality. I thank you so much for joining me for Embracing Genesis. Move your vision to reality with Davina L Coleman. Bye, y'all.